Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today I'm going to show you this selectable mob farm that I created recently. This is just a concept, so I'm not going to be making a tutorial on this video, except I will be leaving a world download in the description below if you do want to check this thing out in more detail. So basically what this thing is, it's a mob farm, and you can select which type of mob you want to farm at any given time. So let's say you wanted to farm a creeper, you could just switch to that, and you could also farm spiders if you wanted to at the same time. You could do all of them at once and stuff like that, so that you can increase the efficiency of certain types of mobs, because if you have a bunch of skeletons spawning and you don't want skeletons, then you can turn them off and then you'll get more creepers and spiders or whatever you wanted to spawn inside of the farm. To show you guys how this farm works, I've actually moved it inside of this gigantic white box, and I've put glass around the outsides so you can see inside very well. And basically, the basic concept behind this farm is we have this flushing system over here that is activated by this clock, so occasionally it will deactivate and activate these dispensers to let them spawn and then flush them down here where they're killed by the magma. That part's very simple. And then if we come over here, we also have this little circuit which tells the farm basically, even if it's shut off when there's no water inside the farm, then it will wait another cycle to put the water back in, and if there's water in the farm, then it won't. And how this works is the bucket is a stackable item while the water bucket isn't, and we're comparing it to the shovel, which is a non-stackable item. So right now you can see there is no signal coming out because this is a non-stackable item, but when the water bucket is in here, it will actually activate this, and then it will tell the system to go again and put the water back down. And then down here we have a few switches. As you can see, this one over here is what activates the hopper minecart. So as you can see, I activate that, it goes all the way around, and then it comes back, and this would unload its items once it reaches this point. Then I can turn this off again, and it stops right there. And if we come over here, this is the switch to turn it on. I won't do that right now. And then over here, we also have this lever right here, which just activates this trapdoor. And then there is a trapdoor right here, so that basically means that the creepers and spiders are the only mobs that can spawn here, because all the other mobs that can spawn on this farm, like skeletons and zombies and stuff like that, are too tall to fit in this gap with the trapdoors there. But when we activate this, the trapdoors open, and mobs can actually spawn inside that little gap inside of the trapdoors, and they'll still get pushed as normal. Then we can turn this off, just like that. Down here, we also have this little area right here, which we have a bunch of chest minecarts. The reason these are chest minecarts and not just normal minecarts is because I was having some problems with mobs getting inside of it, and obviously they can't ride in it if the chest is already inside of it. And over here, we have the switch for this. I accidentally made this into a wave-like machine. That's just because of how the redstone ended up working. But how this works is it will activate a 3-tick pulse, which activates this, and it will send the minecart up without it getting stuck on the rail. Every other pulse I tried would get it stuck on top of this rail again, unless if I used a 3 game tick pulse. And a game tick is actually a half a redstone tick. So this is basically 1.5 redstone repeaters. How long this pulse lasts. And then the minecarts will get sent up here, and these fence gates will close underneath them. And these minecarts, if I turn hitboxes on, as you can see, they're actually a little bit above the ground, and that means that the spider's hitbox is actually too big to spawn in, unless if they had to hit the minecarts, and the game decides that they can't spawn in an area where there's already an entity, so the spiders can't spawn when these chest minecarts are up like this. And then I can press this button again, and they'll all get sent back down, and they'll sit down here, and these fence gates will close once again. Then over here we actually have another one of these switches. This one activates a piston feed tape, as you can see, and we actually have an observer right here, as you can see, that is part of the piston feed tape and one up there. And once this hit this blocks, it will activate, and it will stop the piston feed tape at the right time, so you can swap between different modes. And as you can see, now we have slabs up here, which means only spiders could spawn on the farm. And then if we activate this again, the observer will be sent right back down over to this point. Activate it, and it will stop with the fence gates and these trapdoors once again, just like it was before. And then if we come over here, I can actually show you the farm in action, although there probably won't be very many mobs spawning because I'm very close to it. But there's bats. Oh, there's a spider right there. It's pretty nice. And also creepers can spawn right now. Those are the only 2 mobs that are able to spawn right now. Oh. Very intelligent spider. I'm not sure why he decided he wanted to go take a bath in the magma. But yeah, sometimes there's a little bit of trouble with spiders. This only happens every once in a while, and it's fine because normally when you AFK above this, the spiders will just despawn after 30 seconds. And the same thing happens with witches because they'll fall down and just drink a fire resistance potion. Again, this is just a concept. You could definitely improve this if you really wanted to. But as you can see, after a little while, it will activate the dispensers again, and it will send the water, and the spider will get pushed down into its death, unless if it climbs up, as it did before, but it looks like it's just going to sit there. Yep, and there it goes, and I can activate this, and show you a good example of it actually picking up the string that came from the spider. See, it stopped for a little bit, and that put it inside of this chest. And then I can deactivate it again, so it will stop on that rail. And I can also deactivate this, and it will actually wait to put water back down, even though there's no water right now, as you can see. Also, I built this inside of a desert, and that means that the husks are actually more than 2 blocks tall, and zombies have a very rare chance of spawning in the desert, so you'll barely ever see those zombies that are giving you their disgusting rotten flesh that nobody cares about, and you'll be getting more stuff like bones, string, and gunpowder, like the good stuff. And I guess you'll be getting spider eyes as well, but we don't have to talk about that. If you like this farm, then please leave a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.